Okay, what is your wish, Divine Feminine? Your wish can be attained, but it does look like this week you can be having some questions. And we are going to get into the reasons why, especially in the context of your path, your personal path, your romantic path, and what you want. Now, separately, a very warm welcome. I'm your host, Yildiz from Yildiz Readings. I'm a psychic medium, a twin flame coach, as well as a twin flame, and we cover the astrology and more here. Don't forget to download the app if you do join our website, because we will be having new updates there. Now, without further ado, we are going to take a look at what is coming up for the Divine Feminine, because I think in the context of this week, I do think it's pretty important for you. Now, separately, you can follow the astrology to get more guidance, but we are looking at your read here. Now, the first thing I was getting from your guides is it was weird because I'm looking at this crowning energy as a star card. Okay, this is what my guides are showing me. Now, it can be because it is your crowning energy. You may be really questioning. Number one, what do I desire? Where do I want to go? What do I want to have? How is it going to come about? Is it possible? Am I cursed? If any of those things directly are relating, you would be forgiven. It's part of the process, and I don't think it's permanent. Because a lot of your surrounding energies, as well as when I do check in with the masculine energy and the karmic, I have seen a significant shift. So I do believe in your side of the fence, due to the fact you are an empath at times, your aura can be directly impacted. And sometimes we can look at it and go, it's because I'm a twin, it's because of my twin. Because the situation is implying it's not looking the way it should. But we also do have the very separate energy, which is the ascension process, being an empath. Pisces energy can be very psychic in nature, so can the Scorpionic energy. So it's very common that at this point you could be in the showing energy quite burnt out and going, okay, I can't see the hope of the clouds. I'm trying to have courage. Now, I feel there are some big, big question marks. And these question marks, where you are looking to the past and what you've come through, you're like, heck, how am I here? How am I here? Where am I going? What am I doing? Sometimes we can even feel we need to be more assertive. It could be with the person, place, or thing. It could be with friends around us. It might be more disciplined in our approach. I feel it's now that you will have an opportunity to address that. Now, if you're still spiritually working through it, be it it's the question mark of where your path is at, whether you could be karmic or not, we can at times feel so cross that our path is not working correctly, that we do have power. We have so much power and we can utilize it for good or evil. I see you actually questioning this. I see you saying, okay, I'm trying to be ascended here. And, it could be that you feel that there are some things that are unfair, but you are faced with a choice nevertheless. Nevertheless, there is a left or right. It's really weird. I really resonate with looking at these two people. They're the same individual in my mind. It's an emotional spare. It's a choice. It's a frequency of feeling there's something that isn't sitting correctly and it needs change. And it's a bitter pill to swallow, because you could be feeling, well, in the context of it, does that mean I'm not going to get my wish? Does that mean I have failed? I really don't believe so, no. But it does feel like that at the time. It feels like failure. It feels like maybe if we say something, it will turn it worse than it already is. Maybe if we shift something, do we have the energy to push into it? And it could be merely that you're feeling very confused about your options. But I do see two options there. And that can, there's more than likely more than two options. I'll be honest with you. But the way you are perceiving it in this reading is there are two options. There's a left or a right. Now, gosh, your guides are talking in riddles today. They're saying don't limit yourself. Stop looking at things as failures. They're actually, we're looking at the top row. I'll jump to the bottom row and I'll show you. If I can find it. Where is it? There. Now, then they're pushing me where they're eliminating it and they're going, there's only one option. Now, it's not you won't have choices. It's not that this situation with your twin flame isn't going to change. It is saying how you're coming to it and seeing it at this point in time. I'm looking at these two people at the top, right? To the very right. Choices and a wake-up call. Now, these are revelations, and it's a mindset, right? It's a mindset to do with how you're perceiving things. The first thing your guides were showing me is initially you felt there were two roads, left or right, okay? The next thing they showed me is there's actually more than you think, but it could be because of a pressure point and focusing on the painting too closely. You're only viewing two when there's actually hundreds. Now, when we jump down here, and I'm going to give context to this so you understand it better. When we jump down to the bottom row, they're now saying, and I was like, okay, well, this is weird. We've got up here that you believe there's two. We've got up here that they're saying there's more than that. And then we jump down to the foundation and they're saying there's only one way. Now, I get what they're saying. There's only one way in a sense that you have to move forward, that you have been and always have been moving forward. It's the context of the crowning energy up here on the top row that is you spiritually feeling as though you're stuck in between a rock and a hard place and there's no change. Whereas theoretically, you could be saying, I've really got nowhere. Everything's stayed the same. Well, it really hasn't, because you have continuously been moving forward. Now, they're also saying by moving forward, be open to opportunities. Now, it doesn't mean you're not going to have your path. It doesn't mean that reconciliation isn't going to happen. But it does mean you might have to look outside the box. Got to look outside the box. Got to be very centered within your own world. And any unfinished business relating to healing is inevitably going to crop up. But they're saying, don't hide, recover, replenish, and get back out there. You might need a little bit of time. You might feel quite worn out over the last few months. Now, for some of you, it can be that you're posed with a choice, and this could be because you are in communication with your counterpart. It might be that you receive a phone call. It could be that this conversation is long overdue. This is a positive communication, although it does very much depend on how you receive it. So, what do I mean by that? Could be the attitude, the demeanor. It could be if you're open or not, if you're spiritually ready. They're saying rest, especially if a question is asked of you. And for some of you, this also could be a conversation, a revelation, a statement coming from another person, and you feel, again, stuck in between a rock and a hard place. What are the outcomes of this, please? I want to see how this is transitioning through and why this is happening for the Divine Feminine. I do feel for some of you in communication and or even in the connection, the frustration that's been shown to me is a push-pull between the past and the old. This could be family and tribe. This could be influences and jealousy. Now, the jealousy doesn't have to be yours. It could be external influences. But they are saying that this is under assessment, and it could be something of a sticking point. They're also saying you are moving forward, and to have faith in the process, because there is going to be a shift with this, and this situation is temporary. But it could be that something does come to a head where you are expressing your desires, and they could be quite forward. Okay. Yeah, you do want to get the connection back on path. You do feel, this person is also feeling such. Okay, what are the blockages to this? What are the external situations? For some of you, it does feel as though You know, you want to get back to the playfulness. You want to get back to the lightness. You're wondering how to do that. Now, we do have the inner child. Could that be a child? For some, it could be. But I feel it's more the context of being playful, being creative, like almost like your oomph is gone. A lot of attention has maybe been pulled in various directions. People have had a lot of expectations. Maybe you've actually moved away from particular connections as well. And they're saying that also is under reassessment and that is going to shift. And again, I do feel a dead conversation of a choice there. And for some of you, yes, it can be that you're put in between a rock and a hard place, but I definitely feel that this, however it's playing out, is going to be positive because it is airing the dirty laundry. Okay, what's the outcome of this, please? You might hear the other person's side of the fence, and they could be describing how they're kind of viewing it. Yeah, it's almost like you feel you're going to be choosing what works for you and what doesn't. And I feel it's a very matter-of-fact conversation about what you will and won't have in your world, what you do and don't want. And you don't want to. I'm hearing the term, I don't want to be mean or anything. And I think that's deep in your soul. And it is very much that you're not wanting to. It's more the context of it's a conversation that needs to be had so all parties can be on the same page. Now, if you do want to join Yildiz Readings for more content, do subscribe and keep an eye on our blog tab. We are sending out new notifications. They could be anything down to your twin flame path. They could be psychic predictions. It could be some webinars that are coming up because we are having more coming through. Now, as to the super chats, at the moment, we have them hosted via the live page on YouTube. Jump through and click the bell. Separately, later, these will be transitioning to the end of live videos where we can offer super chats then, or you could directly visit our website where you can actually purchase a booking. So we do have bookings online, anything down to a pre-recorded video, telephone, or live conference call. Now, the event calendar will start to get filled up this year in preparation for 2026. However, if anything does change, again, I will chuck it up in the blog feed of those direct changes. If you're needing to, last but not least, join our Sage Inner Circle network. We do have the landing page. It is found via our website. And again, directly below this video, we do have the sign up ready to go. We offer online. I am available online each day. You can inbox me via Sage Inner Circle Network, so all members can have access to me. We do communicate. I chime in any questions or blockages spiritually they have. We do group sessions with. We also have the super chat. We have different rooms, astrology, twin flame. I am working on the e-learning. And as the membership grows, that's going to be rolling out. But as open to the public, that will not be open for a while. So the only way to get online is going to be through submission. Otherwise, I will see you for your twin flame path next week. Don't forget to look at the masculine and the karmic third party. And I'd love to hear how this has been playing out for you and how your twin flame path has been going and where the connections are.